Residuals for Life podcast brought to you by IGT. Yo, in this episode, I'm super excited because I have a fellow consultant that's here with me, ground level. We're in the trenches, we're locking arms, we're on a crusade together. My man, Ron Boraga. But before we bring him in, I just want to introduce you guys to something real quick. Here we go.
Three, two, one.
Yo, I just realized something really quick, you guys. I think I said Ron Boraga. Well, you know what? Or is it Ron Baroga? But let me check with him real quick, you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we're bringing in Ron Baroga.
There you go.
Welcome to the show, bro.
Nice. Good to be on. Good to be on.
Man, I'm excited to have you on. Actually, we did a podcast earlier on a different episode for a Big Talk podcast. And man, I felt like, you know what? You and I have such a great, energy and conversation. We definitely need to bring your energy, your vibe, and your insight and wisdom to the Residuals for Life podcast. So welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Correction, can I ask you how to properly pronounce your last name?
Baroga, you had it?
Baroga. Hey,
Yeah,
Ron
yeah,
Baroga. We actually know each other on a personal level too. And for everyone that's watching right now, they don't know who you are. Can you give us a brief introduction, who you are, your background, and stuff like that?
yeah. So Ron Baroga retired out of law enforcement. Retired as a supervisor at Sac County Probation. Been retired now for about 2 years. I was in service for about 24 years, and so on the side, I do law enforcement training. I do financial literacy through my life insurance business, and now I'm here with you doing the IGT consulting and trying to help business lower their cost savings by, giving them wholesale costs. Just it just made sense. And when you told me about it, I was like, I asked you a bunch of questions. I got to meet Dave Kirby, and he answered a bunch of questions, and it just felt like a good fit, and I just felt like I was at the right place at the right time.
Absolutely, brother. You know what? And it's always how the timing works out, because you never know what opportunities, what doors are open. And especially when you, keep an open mind, these events and places will come into place and people will come to a position to help us serve people a lot better. And I think that's the reason why you and I connected and we had the exact same mentality. You and I, we actually, can I give a brief little history about how we work together?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I was shooting a music video for a client of mine named Superstar, and one of the segment we actually had some dancers, some very talented young dancers, and there happened to be your daughter, right?
Right, my daughter dances. Yeah.
Yes, and she's amazing too, and she danced for this group. I think. Can you tell us a little bit more about your experience that day?
My daughter got invited to do this video shoot, and so we showed up at some location, some warehouse where the shoot was happening, and then you popped up on scene and you introduced yourself, and then shortly, I think probably a good 3 or 4 years later, we ended up at the same retirement party at one of
Yep.
my coworkers, and then I looked at you. I was like, "Hey, I know you." And then we just had the conversation at the bar. Say you did my video shoot of my daughter's hip hop video, and then we just carried the conversation from there. And we've been kind of inseparable ever since. I'm playing.
Yeah, absolutely. Birds of a feather flocks together. And I always say this every morning, rise and grind firebirds. Now, fire is FIRE, financially independent, relaxed, early birds. And that's exactly what it was, financially independent, relaxed, early birds. And I just cued my camera to actually zoom in here. So yes, you are a retired, you're a firebird. You financially independent, you're relaxing early right now.
Right, right. Yeah, got to retire at the age of
Congratulations.
48. Yeah, actually
Yeah, you
47 and
actually
9 months to be exact.
what? 47 and 9 months. I know you have
9 months.
man, how are you spending? Obviously, you're helping businesses lower the operation cost by moving them from retail to wholesale pricing with IGT. But how else are you spending your days?
Man, so like I said, I have two other businesses. I'm a life insurance agent, so I kind of help educate people on how to use that as a financial tool
Nice.
to set themselves up for retirement. And then on the side as well, I'm a law enforcement trainer, so I still continue to kind of just stay in the loop with law enforcement training. I provide law enforcement training to officers that need the credits to be a peace officer. So I get to do that, And so, in retirement, you got a lot of time on your hands, and I don't like idle time, and I don't watch a lot of TV. So, if I could find ways to just help people out, whether it's through my law enforcement training, whether it's helping businesses reduce their costs, whether it's helping people, prepare for retirement. Like I said, as long as there's a purpose behind it, and I'm serving a bigger purpose than myself, then why not, right?
You know what? Your vibe attracts your tribe, and I really love that about you, Ron, because you come from a serving heart. You want to be a blessing to others, and that's one of the reasons why we linked up with IGT and started working with David Kirby because he is using the IGT platform as a way to bless others. He's blessing agents, he's blessing consultants, he's also blessing business owners how to reduce their costs too as well. And speaking of that, you came across some opportunities. You actually once you got on board and you got coded as a consultant, now you are out there and explaining and educating and showing people how they can easily move into a wholesale pricing tier on their phone and internet service. And you reached out to your referral your network and your
Right.
close because you are a sphere of influence. Tell me more about that experience.
So the experience, I kind of had to just get a feel for the business, and I tuned into your podcast, had a couple meetings that you invited me to with Dave Kirby, so I got to see the bigger picture of how this thing all worked, and then when we gathered at lunch and we're just sitting down, and he's like, "Stop talking so far, don't talk right now. Like, give me 15 minutes." And then when I just understood the purpose behind everything, um, and he just kind of broke down why he does it, I knew I was at the right place at the right time. We sat there, we had food, we broke bread together. He prayed, and I was like, man, and I understand the purpose that he does it, that's behind it. So that really moved me to really want to kind of just go into this in this endeavor. I knew nothing about telecom, but when you break it down to how Dave breaks it down, it's pretty simple. We're here to reduce the business expenses for some of these businesses, and who wouldn't want to do that, right? So just seeing the opportunity, and the residuals for life, that spoke volumes to me. But it's the purpose behind it. Like I said, it's bigger than me. It's not about
Mhm.
making money, but what other purpose does it serve? So, and that's kind of just how I went about it, and felt like, hey, I want to jump in and see what I can do with this. And working with you, I think it's going to be a good thing. I think we can do a lot of good work together.
I feel it definitely. Every time we link up, we always have these ideas, and there
Yeah.
was a moment there when I was talking to you, and you shared some of the strategies and some of the people that you're talking to, and people different business that you're looking to possibly introduce this opportunity to. And I'm like, man, Ron, that is brilliant, And thank you, by the way. You created a cool little flyer template for me, and I love how you are such like you're motivated and you're excited because you see the vision what we're doing here, and yes, we are being a blessing to others. And you know what, can I ask you, what is your background in the telecom world?
My background, well, I just basically need internet and Wi-Fi to do what I do as far as my life insurance business. And then when COVID hit, I had to learn how to teach Zoom classes over Zoom. So my technology is based on what I know with my laptop and my computer, my phone. But that's all I knew. And then when you talked about the wholesale thing and telecom, I was like, I know nothing about phones and VoIP, and I mean, I knew what it stood for, but I know the whole background of everything. And then when you told me about the whole wholesale, like comparing it to like Costco prices, like, okay, well, that kind of makes sense. And so that just kind of had me asking you more questions, and then getting to talk with Dave Kirby and him kind of clearing it all up. And yeah, I mean, it was super simple, and it's nothing too difficult. We don't have to be technical to get into
Hmm.
this line of work. We just have to understand, when it comes down to the nitty gritty. It's, hey, do you want to save your business expense? You want to save some costs on your business expense, and we can do that, by offering them wholesale and getting them out of retail. No one wants to pay retail costs anymore. So if they
Yep.
could save their company some money, they can reinvest that money back into the company, or the employees, and just works for everybody. You know.
Yeah, I love that. You caught on very quick, and Dave Kirby and I, and also JD Marr and Ben Martinez, a few of them, and even Randy Wilson, with the brief interactions and conversation with you, they're like, hey, Ron is like one of us. He gets it. He understands. I don't come from a technical background. I think I've shared it in many, many podcasts. It's like, look, all I know is video. I know a little bit of tech and stuff like that, but for the most part, is I come from a video marketing. I'm a storyteller. I
Right.
talk about their brands, And
Mhm.
I'm like, what is telecom? So that's how Dave and I met. But it's not really about me. I want to talk more about you. And I know right now you're also looking to find anyone that is have an open mind, that is open to building residuals for life and have another stream of passive income to also team up with you and link up with you too. So, any advice for anyone that is considering joining your team?
Man, just basically, if anyone understands the vision, I mean, these days with inflation and everything like that, and it's hard for people to make ends meet sometimes. If there's an opportunity out there that provides you a platform where you can help businesses reduce their costs, I mean, it's as simple as that. It doesn't get any simpler than what we're trying to do, is just save these companies money. And we're not selling anything. We're just trying to help their businesses by providing them a lower price. And we just nothing has to change. No infrastructure has to change. They can keep exactly what they have, and we
Hmm.
just flip their bill from a retail bill to a wholesale bill. So, like I said, when you talk commission based and everything like that, I was like, okay, wow, this can actually, you can do some work with this and help a lot of companies and build residuals for life. And who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to build passive income that's
Hmm.
going to continue to build and help you? I mean, that just helps you with your dreams and your goals, financial goals. And hopefully, I can get my wife to retire with me, because I'm over here alone waiting for some company. And hey, if this is an avenue that can do that, then why not? You know?
Absolutely. You know what? I love your motivation behind that to also retire your wife. And then I think after you do retire your wife, I have a feeling that you will continue, building residuals for life and being a blessing to others and actually going out there on the same crusade, because that's exactly my goal too. Retiring myself and not just me, and also my wife as well, so we can continue to be out there and creating a difference and having impact and influence to the world as well. I feel that there's so many different opportunity, because right now it's this is a global right business. There's people out there, and
Yeah.
like you mentioned, in the Philippines, you have
Yeah.
connections all over the world, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I do have some relatives down there in Philippines, and hey, we're global, right? We're not just stuck to just the United States. We're global, and we're one of 200 brokers, and David's one of 200 brokers, and we get the opportunity to work with him and be one of his agents to spread, this opportunity for those. So, I mean, if I could bless some of my relatives that are working in the Philippines with this opportunity and show them how it works, hey, why not, right? And you're blessing them by, you know Philippines is a third world country, and sometimes the opportunities are hard there, and job opportunities and income is hard over there. Why not, right? If I can just show them the way and show them how to do it, like I said, it's not rocket science. When you guys broke it down to me, and I just started watching your podcast and talking to Dave, it's real simple. And if we
Yep.
can be a blessing to others, and even for those that I think that would be good in this market, people that have a network, people that know how to talk to people who are professional, and hey, why not? Give it a shot. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. But it just sounded,
Yes.
simple.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's a really easy way to get coded, right? No, you don't have to have
yeah.
any type of technical background, right? There's no
No,
licenses, there's no quota, right? They
no,
can just easily reach out to you and
right.
express their interest, and you can walk them through it. And then, what I love about the IGT platform is that there's a training involved, and we have some
Yes,
amazing trainer, right? I know
right.
you took JD's the national training,
Yep.
and I think there's a training tonight too as well. And
Yeah.
what's your thoughts on as far as with the platform and the training and the tools provided?
Well, I think they did a good job in putting the team together as far as the onboarding process, because you got Dave, and you got JD, who's works in he used to be the weather guy in Sacramento, so he knows how to talk to people. He has a great training voice. You have Randy that talks, and these guys are really good at simplifying things. And that's when you get into a business that you're not very aware of, if they could break it down in simple terms and just show you the way, basically, it makes it easier to take these risks, because some people want to get into a business, but sometimes they're afraid to take the risk. But when you have the right
Hmm.
people in place, you got the right trainers. I go, it's only set up for success. So I like that. I like their approach. I like that the trainings are quick to the point, and they just give you nuggets right away. We're not sitting there and wasting time. These guys know exactly what they want to teach, and they captivate you, and you just get your nuggets from there, and you just run with it. And that's it.
Yes. I
Yeah,
love it. You know what? And if you're local, you actually, might even have an opportunity to hang out and have lunch with the CEO, Dave Kirby, too, as well.
yeah,
And what David always says, right, Ron? He always says everyone is either a customer or an agent, or sometimes both.
both. Yeah,
And I feel like that's important for people to realize. Who doesn't use the internet? Who doesn't use phones, especially these days? With the rising technology of, like, AI, and we have like
hmm,
cybersecurity, we have 5G networks going on, and then we're moving forward with possibly there's a lot of cloud subscriptions too as well. So there's a lot of
yeah,
companies that are using data centers, and they are. I mean, we're slanging bandwidth here. You know what I mean? So people are looking for more bandwidth, a better
right,
quality service, and
right.
of course, cut costs at the same time. Now,
Yeah,
Ron, I know we're at the 15-minute mark. I promise you, I have a couple questions for you to ask you on a personal side. And for
yeah.
everyone that's interested in becoming an agent, reach out to Ron Baroga. And there's a link below right here, you guys. And just give us an email, hit it, Ron, and let us know, and we can definitely help you guys. Get I want to say initiated, but help you and facilitate the process, and introduce and get the onboarding going, and that way you guys can start
Right.
being a blessing to others as well.
Yeah,
Ron, are you ready for some questions?
yeah. Go for it.
All right, man. So, reflecting on your journey, what lessons have you learned about resilience and perseverance?
Ooh, resilience and perseverance. Sometimes, you get into some business ventures and you think, man, I don't know if this is the one, or you try different things and they don't work. But sometimes you just got to be patient. Sometimes it's not on your time; it's not on the big man's time, right? So you just got to kind of trust the process, trust yourself, believe in yourself, and I think that's just the way to pray about it. Sometimes sometimes, like I said, it's not on your time. You just gotta you just gotta be patient and ride the course. It's not every business is going to be easy, but success takes time, and it doesn't happen overnight, man. You just gotta persevere and go through
Mm,
the
mm.
ups and downs, because you learn from the ups and downs, and the ups and downs is what makes you better. You know.
I love that. That your answer is amazing. It really allows me to kind of like think about my journey as well. And you're right, it is on a big man's timing. And
Right.
sometimes, things and people and events happen in your favor, and we have to be able to be in awareness and recognize that, hey, this could be an opportunity for us to take our life to the next level too as well. You never know
Yeah.
who you're sitting next to, who you're having that conversation with. So,
Correct.
on that, what motivates and inspires you to pursue your passions and goals?
You know what? For me, I think it's more of like a just creating a legacy for myself and my family. I just want my wife to be proud of me. I want my daughter to be proud of me. I want my family to be proud of me. Just want to be able to be someone of character and integrity that represents something good and bring something good to the household. Right? Bring a
Right.
name.
Hey.
Put your name out there, just like what JD was saying, right? So
Yeah.
I take these little nuggets and it's like, hey, man, this is who we are. This is the legacy we're trying to create, and we're just trying to do something positive and do something that's going to affect the people that are around you, your community. Do something good, because we're here for a purpose, and I think that's what my purpose is just to help other people, help other businesses. That's kind of what it is for me. A
Man,
legacy.
Ron, that's
Huh.
phenomenal. I love the legacy. I love everything you
Yeah,
built, and from raising your daughters and how many kids you have? One, right?
I got one daughter. Yeah, she's in
One
college.
daughter. Okay. Wow, that's
Yeah,
amazing. Now, dang,
yeah.
dang, and now, you have a trip coming up soon too with the wife, right? Or was it the whole
Oh yeah,
family?
we're going to the Rock. We're going to Hawaii. Spend some time and just take it all in. Be thankful for the blessings that we've gotten, and just celebrate life. Celebrate Big 50. Boy, I'm turning that time. So,
Yes,
yeah, enjoying life and just taking it all in, and take some time for yourself. To
I love it.
to reset and get fired up. And when I come back, let's get grinding. Let's get to work. Put those
I
strategies
love
in
it.
place. Yeah.
Yes, yes. That's like a perfect segue to my final question for you before we cut out. How do you approach self-discovery and personal growth on your ongoing journey?
Man, how do I discover it? Sometimes it's the struggles that I have to go through, man. Sometimes
Ooh,
when I go through some of these struggles or some doubts, man, I just pray about it, and then I just talk to my circle. Sometimes it's the circle that you keep that build you up, right? And if they're not building you up, they're keeping you in a cage. And I'll talk to people like you, people who are in the business. I'll talk to my wife, and just the ones that want to see you prosper and grow. Those are the ones you want to rely on. Your mentors, your best friends, that went through the struggles with you. Those are the ones, man. You gotta rely on those guys and try to get through it. That's it.
Phenomenal, phenomenal,
Yeah,
brother. Wow, I'm super excited actually, for us to work together, and we have a
yeah.
lot of
Me
work to
too.
do. And you guys gonna see
Yeah,
a lot of more podcasts. Ron and I will be joined at the hips because we have some things in place, some strategies, and put our plans to action. Yeah, put our plans into action. Right,
yeah,
that's what I meant. And
yeah.
after he takes his trip. But before we cut out, any
Hmm.
final thoughts for the audience that's listening to right now?
Man, take risks. Right? Take risk. And if you've ever had those ideas of wanting to go into business for yourself, be your own boss, break free from the 9 to 5, sometimes run those ideas by your best friends, by your mentors. Find your support system, and take those risks because they may be some of the best risks that you ever take, and you never look back and find yourself to freedom of time that you can spend with your family, and just build upon that. So take risks. Well, sometimes you got to take calculated risk, but don't be afraid of those risks, and don't be afraid to fail. It's not always going to be pretty, but the journey, it's all about the journey, right? When you get there, it's like, man, you on top of the mountain, and you feel good that you stuck with it.
I love it. I love it, man. It's all about the journey. Be willing to take
Yeah,
risks and have big faith. You guys,
yeah,
Ron is the man. He's built multiple businesses, incredible father, husband, and also he's taking his business to the next level and being a blessing to others. He's educating and he's showing people opportunities, especially to build residuals for life.
yeah.
And of course, brought to you by IGT. And really quick here, here's what David Kirby had to say.
Founder and president of IGT. I got to pay somebody. Might as well be you.
Hey, I
Well,
love that. So, Ron, I
well,
appreciate your time being on the show here, and I'm sure
all
these
right.
guys are looking forward to the next episode. And
Yeah.
with that being said, you guys, this is Residuals for Life, brought to you by IGT. I'll see you guys later. All right, Ron, thanks for being on the show.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, brother.
3, 2,